Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from OSCON EU in London. I'm here with Alex from WalmartLabs. How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing well, thank you very much.
So how has this event been for you?
It's been wonderful. We had our presentation about the open sourcing announcement of Electro. We've been able to engage with a lot of engineers, get feedback, talk to them about what are the benefits and the perks of what we've been doing, and really engage with the development community.
Electrode, so is that something new for WalmartLabs?
Yes, that's our new React and Node framework that powers the Walmart.com customer experience, and we open sourced it a few weeks ago.
React and Node?
Yes.
Okay, so can you unpack that a little bit about
Sure.
what it does?
So we use React for our views, Redux for state, and Node for the back end. And what Electro does is it kind of ties all that together while trying to solve for simplicity, getting somebody up and running quickly. It tries to solve for reusability of components. That way we can use the same component across multiple apps, especially for large organizations, and solves for performance. And so that's kind of what the goals of Electrode are. And so that's what we've building towards, and most of Walmart.com now runs on it. So whenever you go through Walmart to buy something, you're on this Electrode framework with React on the front end and Node that powers it.
So WalmartLabs builds the prototype or builds the Electrode. Walmart itself uses it, but then you guys open source it too. So why the open source angle?
So we've been a big contributor in open source. We believe in trying to go beyond open source as well. It's one of the terms that we use, where we don't want to just open source parts and pieces of our platform. We want to open source whole platforms. And so that's, and Electrode is a piece of that, where we've tried to open source the whole front end platform. And what we've noticed is that it allows us to engage better with the community. And we couldn't be here without a community. We were using all these open source technologies underneath as well. And it allows us to improve our platform faster than we could, because we're relatively a small team as a platform team. And this way we have more people that engage in it, find bugs, fix features. And we've been taking that mindset further and further with our open sourcing of OneOps, our DevOps platform. And I think we have 150 GitHub repositories in WalmartLabs, and on top of that, we've open sourced 2 of our major platforms on DevOps and our customer experience.
So how does someone find more information about the GitHub stuff? It's just search for GitHub for WalmartLabs, or
yes, sir.
what's the best?
So you can search for Electrode under GitHub, or WalmartLabs, either one, and you'll kind of stumble upon all of our work. We also have our blog, where we talk a lot about different features and focuses and the whys and the hows. We have comparisons of if you don't use Electrode and you server-side render versus if you do, and there's, let's say, a 70% in performance improvement on site speed. And we have kind of those comparisons and knowledge sharing.
So when you built this, you were pulling together open source components as well, and then
yes.
you're making this open source.
Yes, so what we first did is we knew we wanted to get away from our legacy stack, go towards more modern technologies, and so we started with a platform. And as we built the platform out, because we wanted applications to build the same way, deploy the same way, connect to Walmart proprietary internals, but as we were going through that, we've noticed deficiencies in different places. In React's render to string for server-side speed, for example, or in the way we can reuse React components. And so as we've been finding areas for improvement, that's where Electrode's focus has kind of been, in improving those areas. And so we've seen significant improvements where we focused, where, for example, one area is reusability, where Walmart owns multiple brands, such as Sam's Club and Asda and all these different brands, and we wanted to reuse our components across different brands. So if you build a component for, let's say, a carousel with deals, you only build it once and you can reuse it in multiple places. And it turned out that reuse is difficult. Even though React allows you to build a component, actually using it in multiple places and having developers coordinate is hard. You need tools, and you need builds and configurations to be the same. And so that's what we focused on kind of fixing. And so once we've done that, we now have Sam's Club and Walmart reusing the same components. We wanted to help jumpstart the open source community in that.
So do you think this is platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service, or is it platform as an open source service?
I think it's platform as open source, and because this is what we use in Walmart, we're going to continue to invest in it. And as we invest, the development community gets it for free. And as the development community invests, we'll get hopefully things for free as well.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a platform as open source. And I would love to see more companies kind of go towards that direction instead of piecemealing pieces of open source components and parts.
And does this let your partners and your suppliers and everyone hook into Walmart a little easier as well?
A bit less on the supplier and partner side and more around it allows different areas of Walmart and the engineers that are going to come into Walmart, it allows them to view what we're using, what we're going to use, what they'll be working on. And it really allows them to get insight into what does their stack look like.
It would also probably make for recruiting talent much easier if you're using open source. People are familiar with it and can move around much easier.
Definitely. So one of the interesting things that's happened is instead of describing to someone what our stack looks like and what they'll be working on, we just point them to Electro.io and we say, go check it out and this is what you'll work on, let us know what you like it, feedback, and we kind of let developers see what they'll be working on before they even step in. And a lot of times, a few people that we've hired, they actually have deep knowledge in what they're going to work on before the first day.
Before they show up, yeah. So Electro.io is where they find more information on
Yes.
this? Yeah. So if you and I were to fast forward 12 months from now and have the same conversation, what would you like to say has happened with WalmartLabs in that 12 months? And then specifically with Electrode, what is happening?
Sure. So in specifics to Electrode, we would like to have a larger community, more engagement. We're seeing great traction the few weeks that we've been open sourced. We would like to see our own team is building new features on Electrode. We're focusing on progressive web apps for mobile. That way you get 60 frames per second scrolling and notifications and GPU rendering, stuff like that. We're also doing a big push into React Native. And we're going to open source a React Native platform. I think within 12 months is a generous timeline for us to do that. And I would hope to see WalmartLabs continue to do that investment in platform, possibly open source more of our platform pieces.
So to clarify that a little bit, are you talking about React as R-E-A-C-T or R-I-A-K?
R-E-A-C-T.
Yeah, okay, good. I wanted to just make sure of that. So Alex, we look forward to that conversation in 12 months. And congrats on getting Electrode open source and out the door.
Thank you very much. It's a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thanks.